how do I create a budget for my business? A practical budget that I can really keep to, and there's something that I can use.
Yeah. So the first thing is to understand what it is that makes up the budget.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got inputs, you've got outputs, you have customers, you have costs, and you have your own costs of your time. So it's about just sitting down and having a look at each of those different items and trying to be really rigorous about capturing all of them, because it's easy to miss some.
Yeah.
And to have that first go and sort of see, okay, well, if that continues over a period of time, then what does that mean for my business?
Okay.
The other thing that can be helpful is actually to speak to someone who's a financial planner or an accountant or a bookkeeper, who can just give you some help with like the standard things. There's also plenty of free advice now available, and you can get sample spreadsheets and so on. So yeah. And even sometimes governments offer some initial planning advice to help you get started. So yeah.
So one thing that I've seen a lot of people surprised by in business is that they'll go into a business that they thought or an industry that they thought they knew very well, but once they're actually owning the business, they didn't realise, well, we've got to cover the cost of, we've got this farm, I had no idea how much fencing was going to cost.
Yeah.
I never realised that I had to cover this insurance or whatever.
Yes.
And so I suppose that can be helpful as well, bouncing that off other business owners and finding out what some of the traps are.
Absolutely. And sometimes an early step might be to go to a meeting of the association of whatever business you're thinking about, and just have a chat to the people there, like, what's your biggest worry at the moment?
Yeah, right.
What's your biggest cost? Obviously don't sit down and lock someone in a chair and ask them for hours, but different points from different people, and that gives you a bit of a sense.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and you'll find some common themes.
Yes, there. And everyone will mention the insurance, or everyone will mention fertilizer or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed that video. Please check out my website dominicmclaughlin.com and check out my free course on businessleaderslab.com.